My friend, have you ever waited for the perfect moment? You tell yourself, not today. I'm not ready yet. Maybe tomorrow. But somehow, tomorrow never comes. This is the story of David, a kind young man with a big dream and a lesson that changed his life forever. Part 1. The Dreamer Who Waited. David loved to paint. Since he was a child, he would sit near the window, watching the sky turn from blue to gold, and draw it again and again. His dream was to become an artist, to fill the world with color. But dreams, my friend, are fragile when fear is strong. Every morning, David would tell himself, I'll start painting tomorrow, when I have more time, when I'm ready. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into years. His brushes gathered dust, and the dream inside his heart began to fade, slowly, quietly. Part 2. The Excuse of Tomorrow. One day, David met an old man at the park. The man sat on a bench, sketching trees with soft, gentle lines. David smiled and said, "Your drawings are beautiful, sir. I wish I could paint like you." The old man looked up and asked, "Why don't you?" David laughed nervously. "Well, I want to, but I'm waiting for the right time. When I'm ready, when I have enough money, when I feel confident." The old man chuckled softly. "My boy," he said, "the right time never comes. You don't find readiness, you grow it. And growth begins with the first step." David fell silent. Those words stayed with him. The first step. Part 3. The Storm Inside. That night, David couldn't sleep. He thought about his paints, still hidden in a box. He thought about all the dreams he had pushed aside. "What if I fail?" he whispered to himself. Then another voice inside him replied, "What if you never try?" He sat up. His heart was beating fast. The rain was falling outside, tapping softly on the glass. It felt like the world was calling his name. He got up, opened the old box, and for the first time in years, he picked up a brush. Part 4. The First Step. The first stroke of color was shaky. His hands trembled. His lines were uneven. But something beautiful happened. With every line, every shade, every mistake, David felt alive again. Days passed. He painted before work. He painted after dinner. He painted when he was tired and when he was afraid. He didn't wait for perfection anymore. He simply painted. And slowly, something inside him changed. He began to smile more. He began to believe. He had taken the first step, and that step had changed everything. Part 5. The Message of the Old Man. Months later, David held his first small art exhibition. People smiled. Some even cried in front of his paintings. Among the crowd, he saw the old man again. He walked to him and said, "Thank you, sir. You were right. The first step was all I needed." The old man smiled kindly and replied, "No, my boy. The first step wasn't all you needed. It was the proof that you already had everything you needed." David looked at his paintings, the colors, the light, the hope, and he finally understood. My friend, you don't need a perfect plan. You don't need perfect timing. You just need courage and one small step. Dreams don't begin when the world is ready. They begin when you are willing. So start today. Write the first word. Paint the first color. Speak the first English sentence. Because the hardest step is the one you never take. Think and comment. What lesson did you learn from this story? Which part of David's journey inspired you the most? Can you think of something you've been waiting to start? What small first step can you take today?